Hi, I'm Pat Kelly, Member of Parliament for Calgary-Rocky Ridge and Conservative Shadow Minister for National Revenue. So I want to talk today about the recent Kinder Morgan announcement. Obviously, this is terrible news and just devastating to people in my riding that work in the oil and gas industry, but as well as all Canadians that rely on tax revenue for public services from the oil and gas industry, and all of the thousands of jobs that this particular project would create, and long-term employment in other projects that would follow. But there's more at stake in this than just this one project. What really is at stake here is whether or not Canada is going to, over the long term, be a nation of laws. We have the BC NDP who have gone on to a dubious legal challenge to a legally approved project at the federal level, which is the level of government with constitutional authority over a pipeline project, really with a strategy to simply delay and frustrate the company into throwing in the towel. And they're aided and abetted by fellow travelers like Elizabeth May and Kennedy Stewart, who have been fomenting criminal behavior with their photo op arrests, and I think that's particularly disgraceful for members of Parliament to be engaged in that kind of conduct. But this episode really is a failure, a catastrophic failure of the federal government under Justin Trudeau's Liberals to assert federal authority to ensure that this project goes ahead. The Minister of Natural Resources has been particularly smug in claiming that the project is going to get built. He seems to want extraordinary credit for the fact that they didn't simply kill it after the NEB approved the project. But now this failure to assert themselves is really coming to light and is absolutely undeniable. And it should come as no surprise. Justin Trudeau, since being elected, the first thing he did was ensure that Northern Gateway could not go ahead. That project had been approved as well. The company was working through the conditions of its approval and questions that had been raised about the project, but the Northern Tanker Ban just killed it. Trudeau also failed to get Keystone XL approved until there was a change of office in the United States. He moved the goalposts on the Energy East project, and using really the tactic, I guess, of frustrating the proponent into withdrawing the application. And again, expects extraordinary credit for the fact that they didn't just kill Trans Mountain right from after the NEB approved it. So there's just no credibility left with this government on pipelines, and we're well past the time for which national leadership is urgently needed. Like I had said, the rule of law is at stake here as a principle. If the federal government approves a project and legal delay tactics and street demonstrations and lawlessness can frustrate a company into withdrawing or to suspend the project, nobody is going to invest in Canada again. We really have to ensure that this project gets done, and it's time, well past time, for federal leadership.